So, this is happening. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gregory. Everyone calls me Greg. I'm 25 years old. I am from the beautiful island of Curacao, but currently I live in the Netherlands. I identify as androgynous and my pronouns are he and they. And this is my booktube channel, I guess. So the reason I'm starting this channel is because today marks the 1-year anniversary of when I joined Bookstagram. And I wanted to do something special and I thought, why not start a YouTube channel since everyone says I have the personality for it anyway. So with this video I just want to get some general things out of the way, introduce myself. I also want to share some of my favorite books. From what to expect from my channel, a lot of clownery, I guess. And I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. So one of my favorite books of all time is definitely What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. There are quite a few books on this list, but this book, I mean, I know it's just another regular queer romance novel. Nothing exciting really happens, and not gonna lie, the amount of Harry Potter references definitely takes it out from me a little bit. But the reason I love this book so much is because it actually got me started on this whole journey. One of my New Year's resolutions for 2019 was to read more books. So I went to a local bookstore and I was going to buy a copy of Science vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda. I saw the movie and thought, it's okay, maybe the book is better. But then I saw this right next to it and I was like, you know what, this looks cuter. I read the back and I'm just like, okay, sure, I'll just throw in my money for this. Keep in mind, before this, I wasn't a reader. I could count the amount of books I've actually finished on my left hand. But when I started this, I read this in 2 fucking days. I was just obsessed, and I mean completely obsessed. I read it 4 times afterwards. I was constantly texting my friends updates on what's happening, if I love it, if I hate it. They hate it at this point because I've mentioned it so fucking much. But yeah, this book it holds special place in my heart. I also really love Becky and Adam because they're just such great people. Speaking of, another personal favorite of mine is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Listen, I'm convinced that Adam Silvera wakes up every morning and chooses violence because, sir, if you're watching this, who the hell gave you the right to hurt me? Like, the spoiler is in the fucking title, and yet, I still didn't see it coming. I was on a plane when I was finishing this book, and I was almost at the brink of tears. The guy next to me was just like, dude, are you okay? And I'm just sitting there like, mm-hmm.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I'm great. But like, would recommend. It's just beautifully written and the characters are just so fucking adorable. It's just hitting all the feels. Next, actually my favorite series, which is the Percy Jackson series. I just love anything Rick Riordan. And I'm aware that he's not the most unproblematic author out there, but no, that's it. There's no but. I get that people love their authors and their works and shit like that, but if you as a fan can't see or admit that your favorite author is problematic, then you, sir, have a problem. Oh no, wait, no, there is a but for this. Rick Riordan is not unproblematic, but at least he is not. Fair warning, this account is a safe space for Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling hate because fuck her. Moving on. Another personal favorite of mine is the Heartstopper series. I'm also convinced that Alice Oseman wakes up every morning and chooses violence. The fact that she uploads updates for this on Tapas every 10 days, and every 10 days I get my heart broken. Like, I know I'm gonna get my heart broken. Am I still excited? Yes. To wrap this up, all I have to say is Netflix, don't fuck up the adaptation, or else. Next is Alice in Wonderland by Simon James Green. Listen, Simon James Green is one of the best authors out there, and I'm not just saying that because his writing is like the greatest thing in the world, because this is also just some adorable queer romance novel. But as someone who's interacted with Simon James Green, he is genuinely a great person. He loves to interact with his fans, and he is super nice. And his books are always fucking hilarious. Like, if you read Noah Can't Even, I laughed so fucking hard. It is insane. But I would say this is my favorite of all his work because it's just so adorable, and there is a first kiss scene in this that is just, it just made my heart flutter. So next is these 2 works by Casey Callender. This is kind of an epic love story and Felix Ever After. Listen, Casey Callender is a fucking godsend. This is, again, this is just another adorable little romance, but this This is a masterpiece. No one can tell me otherwise. I mean, again, there are Harry Potter references in this, and we could do it without them because literally, why are they there? But if you just take those away, the rest of the book is incredible. Then we have I Wish You All the Best and Mason Deaver. This book is just adorable. And this is actually the very first book I've ever read with non-binary rep. And what makes it so much more special is the fact that Mason Deaver, the author, is also non-binary. And it deals with a lot of issues like abandonment and found family and all that. And it's just written so well that I could not put this thing down. It was just really fucking good. Then there is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Who the fuck gave you the right to sneak into my emotions and hurt me the way you did? I never expected to be so emotionally attached to a trans boy running around doing adventures with a fucking ghost. Like, there is no summary that can properly describe this book. It is just a masterpiece. Top tier book. Then we have Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Byron. Listen, if I mispronounce any names, please feel free to correct me or tear my ass apart in the comments. But this book is just amazing. A retelling of Cinderella with a black sapphic main character. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. Then there's Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. There is a video on here somewhere of me in a conversation with two other guys about this book. And when I heard about it, it was described as a queer retelling of Grease, and yeah, I definitely saw that. I fucking love Grease. But also this book is, again, another adorable little queer romance. But it also made me bawl my eyes out for personal reasons that I will not get into because I do not want to cry again. Well, not today at least. But I would recommend it, it's cute. Okay, this next book I would say is extremely underrated because I have barely heard anyone talking about it. It's Bonds of Brass by Emily Skrutsky. Listen, this is just gay adventures in space, and it is worth the read. What was not worth the read was the fact that it ended on a cliffhanger and I felt like punching the wall. Thank God the sequel comes out this year or else I would cry. Next is The Black Flamingo by Teen Ada. This book, I don't really know how to describe the feeling I got when reading it. I would just say scene, I guess. I don't know, something about a Black Caribbean man writing about his experiences growing up queer, finding out his identity and all that. It's just, it triggered something in me, and this book just holds a very special place in my heart. It is poetry, and it's also a memoir, so it's not fiction, which makes it all the more better, really. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next is The Henna Wars by Adiba Jagirdar. This is one of the best books I've ever read in my life. A queer book about a queer Muslim woman written by a Muslim woman. It deals with so many great topics like cultural appropriation, racism, homophobia. There is a content warning in the beginning, so you know it's coming. But they're handled so well, and it's just generally well written, and the characters are so great. So if you want to pick up one book from this list, it's this. Then there's Autobiography by Christina Lauren. This book is not exactly phenomenal, I would say. Like, it's cute and it was a pretty fun read, but the reason I love this book so much is because the love interest of the main character is a gay Mormon. And while I'm not Mormon, I am a Christian, and this book does deal with trying to deal with your sexuality while handling your religion, and that is something I relate to very heavily. I was raised in a Christian household, and I did grow up thinking homosexuality was wrong, and I hated myself for it for a very long time. So to see a character struggling with it like I did, it just hit me. But I would still recommend it. Next is Aria and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This is one of the cutest fucking stories I have ever read in my life. I mean, towards the end there is a bit of misrepresentation, and I don't know if the author ever acknowledged it, but it's there. That kind of takes it out of the story a little bit, but the rest of it is so fucking good. The characters are adorable as hell, and if reading isn't your thing, that's fine, then I would highly recommend listening to the audiobook that's narrated by none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda himself. But there is a sequel to this coming this year, I think October, and the rest, we are excited. Like, I only read this last year, so I haven't been waiting as long, but I just need a sequel immediately. I'm almost done with this video, which, if you made it this far, thank you. But as I mentioned before, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just taking this one step at a time and just being myself, I guess. I don't know people, I just really don't. The next book I would highly recommend is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. Listen, this is it. This book does the damn thing. Black rep, yes. Magic, yes. Queer rep, absolutely. Is the story good? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, this book has everything. Just everything. The ending did make me want to punch a wall because I need to know what happens next. This is the first in a 2-part series. I think it's 2 parts. Is it 2 parts? Jesus Christ. Let's just say it's the first in a series. But it's so fucking good. I mean, the letters are kind of small, which scares some people. But I did a buddy read for this, and it was so worth it because me and my friend could not stop going back and forth about how good this was. And finally, this is like the last book on this list, and it's also something that I'm pretty sure everyone who knows these has been expecting. Anyone from Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or just in real life really could see this moment coming. My all-time favorite book, my comfort read, the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. To say that I love this book would be an understatement. I have 3 copies, one of which I paid extra for because it's a signed edition. I love it so much that one of my best friends made me this fan art for my fucking birthday. I even have one of the fucking quotes tattooed on my arm. Like, if this is not dedication, I don't know what is. And this isn't even just a regular tattoo. This was the autograph of the author that I got. I literally just saw this and thought, oh, this is fucking cute. I want it on my body. And I got it. Do I have regrets? No. There are a chunk of Harry Potter like references in this as well, which again takes me out of the story a bit. But it's just, I would die for every single person in this book. Well, not everyone. Philip can choke. But Casey McQuiston, you done did the damn thing with this. I have received at least 2 or 3 weekly comments or mentions by people at some point on Instagram that they're either bought the book because of me or are reading the book because of me, and I'm just like, what? Do I have that much influence? And to that I say, Casey or St. Martin Griffith or whoever is in charge of promotion, run me my check, because the way I promote this book is insane. And that was it for me, I guess, for this video. I'm gonna try to upload things weekly. I'm not really sure how this works. I'm just taking this 1 week at a time. I'm currently not doing shit because I'm taking a break from college. So I have all the time in the world to just do whatever and hone my craft. What to expect from me in this channel? I get a lot of book reviews, book hauls once everything opens back up because I'm still in a fucking lockdown, and just general shenanigans, I guess. Like, there's probably gonna be a video in the future about me ranting about the Percy Jackson movies and books and how basically just crap the movies are. But for now, this is it. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you, and I hope you stick around because this is actually pretty fun. So yeah, thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you next time.